What's up, Doc?
Here I am, how do you do? Blue. This is blue. Green finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do?
If your kids like Frozen, Minions, and Thomas the Tank, they may turn to YouTube to see more of their favorite characters. But before you let them watch, take a closer look. A report by BBC News found these characters have been put into YouTube videos with adult themes, animated violence, and graphic humor. Pages like Toys and Funny Kids Surprise Eggs generate millions of views and feature official-looking images of Peppa Pig, Doc McStuffins, and Cookie Monster. But with disturbing titles like Spider-Man Plays with Scissors, Bloody Elsa, Frozen Elsa's arm is broken by Spider-Man, and Naked Hulk loses his pants, these are not good for children.
An episode where I saw a popular character, and I think it was Peppa Pig again. They'd actually set fire to a house with one of the other characters in it to try and kill them. I mean, these are things that for a child to see, that they're not quickly going to forget that.
The YouTube Kids app sort of starts to recommend at the bottom underneath the videos. And I, heard something that didn't sound right after she'd been watching for maybe 10 minutes one morning. She was not aware. She was not aware. She thought it was Peppa Pig. She just wanted me to not take it away from her because she was engrossed in what the video was.
YouTube could come out and say, you know, this is not a place for children. You can't have an algorithm that is filtering out the videos from YouTube and you know, hoping you catch the bad stuff. I hope that parents see this and they realize that that Peppa the Pig video that their children is watching might not be Peppa the Pig.
The normalization of these sexual delinquencies seems to target an adult audience. But what if I told you that kids are now being targeted in the most disturbing and damaging ways on YouTube? And even with parental controls on, they might be accessing wildly age-inappropriate content that at first blush would appear like nothing more than their favorite Disney and Marvel characters if parents were looking on from afar. Now, for those of you who spend a lot of time on YouTube, you probably are already familiar with the Spider-Man and Elsa phenomenon. But for those of you who don't, let me get you caught up really quickly. It's a huge market. Like scores of huge YouTube channels create content that strictly consists of adults who are now millionaires dressing like Disney characters like the Frozen Princess Elsa and Marvel's Spider-Man. There are literally tens of thousands of these videos on YouTube, usually where the plot involves the characters playing out some childish scene with some upbeat music in the background and what might seem like a painfully simple storyline. Well, it gets tens, if not hundreds of millions of views per video. And that's not an exaggeration. Just check out some of these view counts. This one here has shy of 300 million views, 140 million views. Even the less successful ones get millions and millions and millions of views. So suffice to say, these videos designed for children to watch are getting a lot of presumably kiddie eyeballs on them. And I, for one, I never thought really very much about it. That was until I saw the hashtag ElsaGate making the rounds on Twitter this week, and lo and behold, it turns out thousands of these videos are riddled with age-inappropriate content. Whole channels being watched almost exclusively by children are simply masquerading as kids' channels, with videos that begin as something benign and innocuous and innocent, but suddenly insert way more disturbing and markedly sexual content as the videos play on. One of the most consistent adult themes in the Spider-Man and Elsa videos was, oddly enough, abortion, where time and time again characters would present as pregnant and then receive an injection in their stomach, making the baby bump disappear. Here, watch for yourself. This is a mashup from several different YouTube accounts. Other age-inappropriate and flat-out weird content that manifests time and time again in these kids' videos includes, well, sexualized content like dry humping and thongs, people eating feces, and really graphic imagery like severed limbs and decapitations, all of which seem to be glorified and accompanied by just playful joy. And what's doubly sick is that a lot of these videos, besides being made for kids, include children in their casting. So why am I sharing all of this? Well, two reasons. The first is a sort of public service announcement to any parents who might be watching this. If you have youngsters at home who watch YouTube videos unsupervised, well, you might want to just comb through some of their channels that they subscribe to and ensure it's not pushing this, frankly, degenerate and age-inappropriate agenda. The second reason is this. If you see it, report it. At a juncture of our history where kids are spending less and less time on playgrounds and more time in front of their computers and on their phones, today's pedophiles and sickos, they don't drive around schools in vans full of lollipops and puppies. They move their operations online to where our children are more vulnerable than ever.
Why it's inappropriate content is that this content is either marketed at children, or it's in the same algorithm kind of cycle. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Let's just jump over to there and take a look. So here we're on a channel which is called it's called Superpower TV, excuse me. And what this has is Spider-Man inside it, which usually gets up to very strange mischief and things like that. The symbology in regards to the channel itself has the same architectural scenes which repeat over numerous different channels. For instance, everything to do with the train, urinating in the pool, etc. These kinds of things, these kinds of scenes. Indeed, if you look at it even objectively, like all of these, how many of these don't contain one level or another of suffering? I mean, it's really hard to see. This one looks like someone's pouring boiling water down the breathing apparatuses there. This one's taking a photo of these through the window, and here's Spider-Man up to his old tricks, urinating in the pool there, then urinating in the toilet, Joker, etc., looking at this person through the window. Looks like some kind of X-ray material or something. And, you know, you kind of get the picture here. I watched a couple of them, but you go out and have a look at them. Of course, you can just search the actual channel name up there, for example, and here's some of the views. 91,000 15 hours ago. Princess pregnant, misunderstanding caused by etc. 516,000 views from 15 hours ago. Let's have a look at one of these videos and you'll see what I mean, because to some people you might think, well, what's inappropriate about these? Well, let's take a look. Here's one of the videos here by Superpower Kids, for example, 64,000 views. Not doing as well as the last one with 500,000 views in 15 hours, but still pretty good. Paw Patrol's abdominal pain, and then I'm just going to say these words, so excuse strange to cussing, but pain, shit, piss, drunk, thrown funny. Paw Patrol animated pups save for kids. Shit, piss, drunk, thrown. So, again, do you think that's appropriate for kids? Let's take a look. Comes back with a bottle of vodka for him. Whoa! He's drunk. Needs to go to the toilet pretty much. And then he finds the throne room.
No! Help me! Whoa!
Now, okay, yeah, that's gross. The same scene with Spider-Man going to the toilet on a chair and mistaking it for a toilet happens over and over again on this channel. Okay, we see my other video about them drinking on the different cartoons channels. It was the same scene, and you can watch that a few days back, just repeats over and over again. This is similar to this channel here, and that's called Pain, Shit, Piss, Drunk, Thrown Funny. So we'll look at another one. Here's a classic from Superpower TV again. Let's have a look. This is Paw Patrol versus Joker Metamorphosis Grope on Bus. Okay, so think about that. He makes a fake arm so he can molest these women on a bus. So, go forward a little bit here. Well, you probably get the picture. It all involves the same kind of thing. Spider-Man made up his own tricks and this false arm, etc. Just really weird kind of stuff. Here we have them underwater. Another classic scene. This repeats over and over on the channels. They go underwater so they can look at people's underwear. These young characters' underwear from under the water. As you can see, they've got hearts in their eyes. Okay, this is all about. It's just weird. I just put it straight out there, and then they find out about it, and you know, on and on and on. And that scene happens over and over again on this channel. So let's have a look at another example. Here we have the same scene, but this is done with the Joker now. Again, Superpower TV. Another video. And now do you see what it just repeats over and over again, these kinds of scenes. I mean, what can you say? It's just weird. And if we go back, I think we've got the other one lined up on this. We go back to here, you can see the same kind of scenario. This is where the burglar breaks in, is taking photos to the window. See, someone who's getting changed. It's just taking photos of someone changing in a dress store, etc. So look at another example. Here's the same one. This, believe it or not, is a different video. Okay, now this one was sneaky photographic metamorphosis in a women's dressing room. Okay, and that's with the burglar, I guess, taking photos through the window, and that's 22nd of May. This one's the 28th of May. Paw Patrol drink Coca-Cola, pee in bathroom, in the bathroom. Paw Patrol. Okay, so he goes again there. Is up to the old tricks, taking photos of someone in the dressing room. Okay, so that's how it runs over and over again. Here you have the same scene. Spider-Man gets sick, probably from, I haven't seen the beginning of this, but probably from drinking alcohol or something, and then he goes to the toilet.
No!
Do you see what it's about? It's, in my opinion, these kind of, I mean, ask yourself, is this really, what is this? I mean, how far have we come from Thomas the Tank Engine or something? So let's have a look at a bit more here. So here we are in the same video. As you see, the Joker again peeping through the window, and of course I showed you another video where he was peeping through the window in a different video, so you can see these repeat ad nauseum. See, and then there's always a violence because he was peeping through the window like a, just a sycophant, really. And then, okay, so what I want to establish here is just what's called the water sports, what they call the water sports, okay? These fetish water sports. After he goes to the toilet in the pool, you see, he has to go to the toilet in the pool, and then of course, they don't know that he's gone to the toilet in the pool, right? So he has gone to the toilet in the pool, as you can see in the little frame down there before, and then they all jump in. That's the point. This repeats over and over again across all these Frozen, Elsa, Spider-Man videos. For instance, Spider-Man will go to the toilet in the pool, Elsa and her friends will jump into the pool. Spider-Man or the Joker will go to the toilet in the pool, and then everyone will jump in the pool. Or they will defecate or go urinate on the floor because they can't get to the toilet. It's all around the toilet, going to the toilet, the pool, Spider-Man and Frozen Elsa. And of course, these other perversion techniques, looking through the window, etc. And also a lot of things with bugs. Okay, bugs on the hands, bugs on the feet. What do I mean? Well, let's go to the water sports first. Here you can see if you just type in Frozen Elsa, peen and pool, you really get the whole thing here. Spider-Man pees on Frozen Elsa's pool. Frozen Elsa versus Spider-Man and pee. Elsa baby and the kids on water slide inflatable pool, on and on. Something going on. Spider-Man Frozen Elsa babies pee on bathtub, etc. Here's Joker peeing in the pool, etc. And you get the picture from these, okay? And here we have bugs. Let's go away from peeing in the pool for a minute to bugs. The other thing that happens with these channels is lots and lots of bugs. Bugs on the feet, bugs on the feet. Okay, bugs on the feet. And I'm not saying all of these are in the same theme. Just look at the thumbnails. Okay, here we are at number 3. Let's try it. Number 2 there. Okay, bugs on the feet. I'm just going to go through these. There's not really any sense in really kind of analysing any of, as far as this video goes, concerned analysing any of these. So you have all these different ones. Bugs on the feet. Of course, I don't know about these channels. I haven't looked at them. Let's go over to this one. Okay, bugs, eating bugs are big. Eating bugs, Frozen Elsa has to eat bugs. Eat things that are too big for her mouth. Okay, big giant snakes, etc. They're always getting pregnant with bugs. I mean, you know, on and on. I mean, that's number 2. Let's have a look. And you can see this just really goes on into live action, cartoon, etc. Okay, and then it comes back to bugs and babies, Elsa bugs. As you can see here, bugs being cut out of pregnancy is a big one. All these kinds of bad silicone baby found covered in cockroaches, etc. Cockroaches, on and on. So how does this all unite? Well, here's one channel where it all kind of unites together. It's called Superhero Freak Family. Okay, there's Elsa there wanting to go to the toilet. Looks like a puddle of urine below her. This has got 662,000 subscribers. Last video 1 week, 500,000. 21 million views 2 weeks ago. 6 million views. Now, I'm saying that it connects all the bugs and these what so they call water sports. Of course, there's Elsa alone in a pool of stuff. Here we have urination in the pool again, and then just pictures of bugs. Okay. This video, by the way, I could only watch half of it, but it's like something that you might expect to find reported from the dark web. It really is just the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. But you get the point here. We can see this video channel started on the 8th of February, just over a year old, has almost 300 million views. Okay, 300 million views. Okay, that is just an amazing, huge amount of views. But let's have a look at one of these. First of all, I'll show you this one here, which we'll open up this one and I'll show you something. So this really shows it in a nutshell what's happening here. I've already watched this part, but what happened is it's about kind of bugs on Elsa. They pull the bug out of Elsa. This is a real bug. Okay, they pull the bug out of her. Then Spider-Man has an idea. He says he'll go get some more bugs out of the fridge. Real bugs, by the way. There, and then what he does is puts them all in a blender and tricks Elsa to drink this blended thing full of spiders, bugs and scorpions or whatever, blends all these together into food, pours it and makes her drink it. Now, what do you think? Do you think there's a moral in that at the end of it? No, not really. That's all the scene is about, is really just the abuse of the Elsa character. Okay, over and over again. Here's another one. Now let's have a look at some of this. This is just, there's something wrong with the people that make this. Let's have a look at here. All evolving around water sports, balloons, just weird stuff. They just go through popping these balloons. I mean, it is just weird. It's like something you'd expect to see someone talking about from the, I don't know, maybe just old, I don't know. And they just pop it. They just go through popping all these balloons. Okay, if we go back here, go back to the site, we'll have a look at one of these. For instance, well, what's the point? I mean, you can see, let's have a look at one of the animations though. So here is one of the animations. They're a combination of live action and animated cartoons. See, it's just all about toiletry. It's all about water, toilets, not being able to get to the toilet, or and I think forms of domination, really, in my opinion. Here you have, what happens is the spider comes in the room, crawls over her, lays these spider eggs here, which crack, and then the spiders get out into, I believe they go into her mouth and her food. Okay, this is another one. Then she does some stuff with the toilet here. I think she's sick in the toilet, and then there's another spider, etc. Then there's a spider in her bathroom, then Spider-Man comes in. You know, you get it. It's all about toilets, and then Spider-Man's bringing in some scorpions for her. Okay, so, I mean, you get the point. You know, what's a 3 or 4 year old continually watching these videos? How is their mind being programmed? What, to cut up their mother's dresses, or urinate in the bathtub before they tell their parents to go in it, or put spiders in people's food, you know, or wear these strange, which are really kind of synonymous with GIMP costumes. Let's just be real about it. I think that the Spider-Man in this scenario is all about some kind of GIMP fetish, water fetish, you know, defecation, urination fetish, and these kinds of things. Again, let's look, different channel, same scenario. Frozen Elsa on one side of the door, Spider-Man the other, and then I'm guessing she had to urinate on the floor because Spider-Man wouldn't let her into the bathroom. All about these types of domination arrangements, of course. There you go, there's Frozen Elsa literally drinking out of the toilet with a straw. And it looks like some kind of sexual fetish with a vacuum cleaner.
What we have here is clickbait for kids, and it gets ugly. We got needles, bleeding, nudity, fecal matter, urine, pregnancy, farts, amputation, death. There's even some rapey stuff. And the list goes on and on. There are graphic things in these videos, topics that aren't suitable for a young audience, yet they seem to sneak into the search results. Check this out. I have restricted mode on, but these videos pop up in the search. How is that possible? It's because these channels go around YouTube's system. They know how to use tags that allow them to go viral with a young demographic. YouTube's algorithm depends on a video's title and tags. So unless a video is reported by a viewer or detected via copyright, it will go unnoticed. And guess what? They usually do. I find it funny that YouTube will actively block controversial videos intended for mature audiences, but will allow this garbage to do its thing with kids. These channels know how to play the tag game, to use as many buzzwords as they can in order to get the attention of kids. Elsa and Spider-Man, for example, are the two most popular, and algorithm-wise, it's just a numbers game. Who cares about quality? Just churn out as much clickbaity garbage as possible. It's all the same to kids, right? The more videos you have, the more likely they are to go viral with kids. Because of this mentality, the bar for standards has been set low. I mean, really low. This generation is truly growing up with the internet. Everywhere I go, I see kids on iPads and iPhones. It's a way for parents to keep their children busy, and I won't fault them for that. But these YouTube channels are not held to any kind of FCC regulation. There are rules set by YouTube, but that's it. And guess what? These rules are super easy to get around.
Even the most hard-working of parents often use YouTube as a means of keeping their children occupied, when they need to take care of important tasks or run errands. Parents may think these videos are completely harmless entertainment for their kids, but upon closer inspection, their far more sinister nature is revealed. Let's take this video with 12 million views as an example. It opens with us being introduced to Elsa and Spider-Man doing everyday tasks, like painting fingernails, taking a bath, and making a phone call, while happy-go-lucky music plays in the background. Next, some mischievous but lighthearted music starts playing as we are introduced to the Joker, another widely known character. He sneaks up on Elsa, and well, you can see for yourself. Needless to say, this is disturbing to watch. This video has been seen over 12 million times, and let's just look at the tags, shall we? Spider-Man, Frozen, Elsa, superhero, fun. What sort of people do you think are searching these tags? It's either going to be children or parents searching for videos for their kids to watch. Even if you try to only find appropriate content based on the video titles, after clicking some related videos in the sidebar, you will run into the same issue eventually. Because all of these videos have the same tags, despite some being child-friendly and others being absolutely horrifying. Why is this content being made for children and in such huge amounts? It's likely that this is a method of grooming by pedophiles. By exposing small children to traumatic content repeatedly with familiar characters, it normalizes what they see and makes them less resistant to otherwise traumatic experiences later on, like abduction or even rape, especially if such predators were to dress in these same costumes. Clearly, this is a problem. So what can we do about it? Well, first, if you or someone you know has a small child, find some other way for them to be entertained. Being a parent is no small task, but we can't rely on these videos as a crutch anymore, because they could be causing serious harm to our kids.
A large proportion of these videos are called Bad Baby Color and feature 5 colors being introduced to a baby one at a time. After each color is introduced, the baby cries.
All evolving around water sports, balloons, just weird stuff. They just go through popping these balloons.
A large proportion of these videos are called Bad Baby Color and feature 5 colors being introduced to a baby one at a time. After each color is introduced, the baby cries. This may seem oddly specific for videos which span dozens of channels, hundreds of videos, and altogether have been watched billions of times by children. This video will focus on the sheer magnitude of those videos and the psychological effects they may be having besides simple lessons on colors. First, let's watch one of these videos to give you an example of what I'm talking about.
Orange finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do?
This repeats for each color, and then moves on to other objects of the same color. Seems pretty simple, right? But what you may be wondering is, why is having the baby cry each time necessary? What purpose does this serve? Well, the answer is not immediately obvious, but one possibility is to cause a condition known as learned helplessness. This is a condition in which a person suffers from a sense of powerlessness, arising from a traumatic event or persistent failure to succeed. It is thought to be one of the underlying causes of depression. According to Harvard University's Center on the Developing Child, in the absence of the buffering protection of adult support, toxic stress becomes built in the body by processes that shape the architecture of the developing brain. This means that if infants or young children are given their parents' tablets or mobile devices and end up watching these videos, the repeated exposure to these small stresses without relief could significantly impact their brain development in the long term. The example you saw has 25 million views, but is just one video out of the hundreds that a child can access through YouTube or YouTube Kids. It may seem strange, and exercising caution around these videos may seem, at first, unnecessary. But after doing some research on learned helplessness, you'll probably come to the same conclusion. these videos almost universally focus on 5 colors with a depicted baby crying after each object is taken away, all while a repetitive song called Finger Family plays in the background. The themes are the same regardless of which channel is producing the content, suggesting there are more to the videos than meets the eye. Also keep in mind that these videos are easily found on the YouTube Kids app and will appear in the sidebar of YouTube once one of the items is viewed. What this means is dozens of almost exactly the same video could be watched in a single day by your child on an otherwise safe platform.
Link to a really weird Paranormal 4chan thread with a picture of Pepe sweating, and it says, "Someone invite me to Discord edition. Anon finds weird codes in those strange YouTube kid videos. Deciphering them leads to Twitter. Twitter page contains strange codes. Some lead to videos. Videos called Strange Emotions in those that view them. More codes are found on YouTube and Twitter. Some location leads to places in South Carolina with satanic graffiti. Poll threads keep getting deleted." So we got 2 different Twitter accounts that seem to be available on this. So we're going to take a look at some of this stuff. And, we can even look at some of the videos first. But seems like these guys have done a lot already with it. Like, here's one of them. From the 26th.
Where are you? Here I am, how do you do? This is red. Blue finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Blue. This is blue. Green finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Green. The green. This is pink.
Let's see what else we got here. Here's one of the Twitter accounts that they said was associated with it. Not that many, very many followers. Only 32. Interesting type stuff. Oh man, that one was definitely a wrecker. Hold on a second. Got pictures of kids, some writing, something that looks like a cipher, probably a Caesar cipher. And here's the other one, the Winchester. More pictures. This looks like both of these ones. This one joined in April. So did this one. So this is probably some kind of new ARG or something that seems to be rolling around. But it says there's a link of videos that seem to be like on this new line of this new trend. But I guess there's child videos that are associated with it that are really weird. A Yahoo conversation goes into detail about an organization based in the southeastern United States called the Finders, who are fairly well documented by independent sources as being under the suspicion of child trafficking. Some names were listed in the Yahoo conversation, who I confirmed to be registered sex offenders primarily in Florida. We were also led to an 8chan thread with suspicious images and ciphers, which now have been all taken down. All signs lead to a town called Peltzer, South Carolina, where an Anon's nephew was almost abducted by an obstinate finder a few years back. He investigated the Masonic Lodge and mill there earlier today. We also suspect what the hell is that one? HOAQ of being involved, but it turned out to be a LARP. JB is a cyber pimp, by the way. That is the best that I can do. So apparently they're like causing side effects in different people's comments. And it seems like Stuart Silverstone. I mean, I don't know what this is, but this definitely seems like it's something that's for sure off. This all just started happening very, very recently. Stuart Silverstone. Lots of stuff about the MKU. Obviously, instantly deleting any MK Ultra threads, perma-banning people for linking these twisted YouTube videos with millions of views, telling people not to post them anywhere on 4chan. Really effed up. So it seems like there's a lot of people think, and they're telling you to report it to YouTube, but we don't even know. Huh. So it's definitely going to take some hard investigation to look into. But it seems like they're using a lot of different substitution ciphers that are leading to different locations that lead to people's Twitter accounts with tons of cryptid messages that are coded in binary and stuff like that. When this binary spells this is the first big hint video. I think we already watched this one. Yep. And it's a hidden video on a page with no subscribers or comments or anything, so we're not going to do too much. And all these accounts seem to have just popped up, so I mean, is it an ARG or is it something much different? Because, like, look, these things just popped up. They don't even have that many views. Maybe the Black Spider-Man. But what's up with this? We had tons of information to be working on and looking at, but this is kind of different, interesting. So this looks like a lot of a triggering component that might be putting it up, but seems like a weird thing. And whenever something pushes a 4chan off of the deep end and it's trying to spread this thing, it seems like there's definitely seen some really, really interesting things. I think we're finally starting to get in there. But yeah, Red repressed the memories and trauma with drugs. Red, the alters themselves as wishes. They're born out of witchcraft and great Pierce's power. Yeah, they're definitely trying to trigger people with something here. Even with all this pizza. Just be careful when you're looking at this one, because this one's probably not just an ARG, especially if it's associated with the Finders, because if you've ever looked at it up, you can just do the Finders. And it's a big inquiry that happened back in the 80s when they were talking about people in Tallahassee, Florida kidnapping children, and it ended up going all the way to the Finders themselves, who tend to be thought as a group or organization within the CIA that's helping abduct children, and just very interesting things. So, you know, they've been finding abused children and whatnot all over the place, and then I believe it was March 1994, the CIA was outed by insiders for connections to the Finders and how they were actually helping them out. Although they denied involvement on it, it definitely came again back in 1996. And they even defended the Finders themselves at one point. So there's a lot of connections to the government and MK Ultra, and this was something that was found out for Pizzagate, but we still don't know exactly what's happening. I think that this one's just going to take a lot more looking.
Roughly 1 year ago, a concerned parent in the United States witnessed her children viewing some uncomfortable animations of Mickey Mouse dressed up like the comic book character Deadpool. In the video she and her children saw, which at the time was available on YouTube Kids, the characters were singing a nursery rhyme and shooting themselves in the head. The song being sung in the video was none other than the Finger Family song we have covered before. Thankfully, her message of awareness went viral with over 1 million views, and the topic was even covered by some mainstream media outlets. But even after a year, this vile content can still be found on YouTube. One specific characteristic of the majority of these videos is the presence of spiders. Spiders, and insects in general, are one of the primal fears of humans, and they can elicit an emotional response from people of all ages. If used properly, these videos can effectively change a child's mental state, priming them for further, more extreme trauma and other videos down the line. In early stages of cognitive development, it can be difficult for children to differentiate between fact and fiction. Exposure to this traumatic imagery can have long-term effects on the conscious and unconscious mind of a young viewer. Another noteworthy aspect of most of these videos is how each recurring character plays into a specific archetype. For example, Elsa, with her blue color scheme, is picked on, abused, and suffers the most in these videos. The Joker, associated with pink or purple, is the abuser and bully. Spider-Man is paired with the color red, and is the one that saves the day or resolves problems. This hypothesis is strengthened by the fact that other popular children's characters are rarely included, because they would disrupt the color scheme being developed. A 3-year-old can recognize colors before they can read. This works well when trying to establish a certain set of behaviors. Furthermore, this method can lead to the child being primed for more conditioning in the future, using the color basis already established. You may remember the bad baby videos previously discussed, specifically in regards to learned helplessness, which commonly featured the same colors. It is possible that these videos are actually connected to the Spider-Man Elsa videos through this theme of color coordination. There are some bad baby videos that actually will feature incorrect colors. For example, while red may be shown on the screen, the narrator might say yellow instead. This makes the reinforcement of learned helplessness even stronger by creating a schism in the mind of the viewer. This could incense and frustrate the young mind, as the video will still punish them despite getting the answer right. The child is simply taught that bad things can and will happen to them, and that they are powerless to stop it. Therefore, they may learn to give up on even trying in the first place. It is also worth noting that titling the videos Bad Baby makes it seem like crying, reacting, or trying to do anything to remedy one's situation is seen as bad behavior, and that perhaps a child should just accept their punishment without question. One final topic we will focus on are the videos that feature needles and injections. Simply put, these videos prime children for accepting drug injections. Playing devil's advocate, one could argue that it is trying to normalize getting vaccinations, which would make children's trips to the doctor easier for the parents. This may have some truth to it, but vaccines are normally delivered in the arm, while the videos with injections more commonly are delivering drugs through the buttocks. Regardless, this makes children see injections in a more light-hearted manner, and could lead to the subconscious normalization of voluntary hard drug use or injections received from sexual predators. It is well known that sex slaves and other victims of human trafficking are often kept drugged for easier transportation. As we've stated before, be mindful of the videos your children are viewing, and be sure to familiarize yourself with that content and its creators. Many videos are harmless and playful, but even very popular channels and content creators who once focused on a seemingly safe topic such as toy unboxing have shifted their focus and the nature of their videos to pander to this ever-growing and quite questionable trend.
These themes are consciously and intentionally put into our children so that they, again, normalize this stuff in their minds and they're desensitized to it. So that later on in life, if you have an agenda that's like pushing, say the normalization of pedophilia, they're more okay with it because they've already been desensitized to it.
Blue. This is blue. Green finger, green